What's going on, 49er Faithful, 49er Fam, 49er Gang? It's your boy 49er Dion here, aka Niner Gang Podcast, back with another video. So if you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on the post notifications so I can keep you up to date on any and everything San Francisco 49ers. With that being said, let's get right on into it. So we are doing just a score prediction for the NFL. This is a new thing that I've been doing. Hey, what's happening with you, man? This is a new thing for the NFL. I'm literally simulcasting. I got my phone doing IG live. I got the laptop doing, uh, going ahead and doing the YouTube thing. So if y'all see me looking up and looking down, I'm trying to focus on both crowds. I don't want to actually wind up, being rude to nobody, not seeing a comment here or there. Basically, just wanted to start doing this, so that I can make sure that everybody understands, you know, I love all of the sports, but mainly football, and I want to, diversify this a little bit. I know I talk Niners 90% of the time because that's just my squad. I love them. I love them to death. And let's go. Let's get right on into it, man. So we're gonna jump right on in here. Hey, good morning, Roy boy. Yeah, everybody ready. You know me. I'm always ready, man. So we already saw what happened with the Bucks and the Cowboys. Now, long story short, I did not anticipate the Bucks coming out and playing like they did. I mean, the Cowboys coming out and playing like they did. I expected that to be a bigger blowout due to the Cowboys defense. Now, the offense, on the other hand, was balling. Dak Prescott was moving. He did his thing. Ezekiel Elliott seems like a shell of himself, people. Not the same guy. Not running all over. I know everybody was like, oh, he only had like 11 or 13 touches. At the end of the day, man, you got to make the most of them touches. The man was only averaging I think he had 11 carries for 33 yards. That's no bueno right there. That's not good at all. So with that being said, of course, the Bucks won. I was going to pick the Bucks regardless, just because I thought that they would have been better. So next game on the slate is Philly versus Atlanta. Now, it's a Hurts versus Ryan battle of current tight ends, Goddard and Ertz. And for Philly, the star tight end in the draft, Kyle Pitts. Everybody's expecting big things from this young man this year. Philly has a good defense. Atlanta, on the other end, has a bad defense. They lost Julio to the Titans. So for me, with this one here, I'm going to have to go ahead and go with Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles. That's who I'm taking. I'm sticking with it. And if you don't like it, oh well. That's who I'm rolling with. Jalen Hurts, baby. That's the man. He was very underrated coming out of college, and people kind of disrespected him, man. The man played at Alabama. He balled out, lost his job to Tua. The man went over to Oklahoma, balled out, and everybody seemed to forgot about him and said he wasn't NFL ready. So when you think about it, it's like, yo, man, you got to stop tripping. This dude is amazing. So there we go. Next game on the slate, Pittsburgh versus Buffalo. So Big Ben is back. Steelers have an awesome defense. Buffalo has a great offense and defense. They got the Diggs to Allen connection. They got Tre'Davious White on the other side of the ball. The Steelers' top defender is T.J. Watt, who just got paid. That man got that bread. He got that paper, that yaper, that cheddar, that cheese, whatever you want to call it. T.J. Watt is rolling in the dough. They just got Najee Harris to help their run game, and he reinvigorates that. But for this one here, I'm going to have to go with Buffalo. Got to take the Bills, man. I really can't go against Josh Allen right now. Josh Allen is making it real hard to not care about what he does. So next up on the list, we have Minnesota and Cincinnati. Now, this is basically Kirk Cousins and Dalvin Cook are back along with Justin Jefferson. No Kyle Rudolph. Vikings defense is pretty good. Cincinnati has a healthy Joe Burrow. He's got his receiver in Jamar Chase, and he's got the other kid, Tyler Boyd. Nice little run game with Joe Mixon. Defense for them, to me, to be 100% honest, is very suspect. I mean, it's the Bengals. They have been mediocre for years. It's very unfortunate that it happens like that. But at the end of the day, I have to go with Minnesota for this game. I'm going to have to go with Kirk Cousins and Minnesota for the dub. So San Francisco versus Detroit. Are you serious right now? You see the Bowman jersey. You see the hat. You see the blanket behind. Come on, man. Ain't no questions about that. Y'all already know that I'm going with you know what I'm saying? I'm going with my San Francisco 49ers all day, every day, man. There ain't nothing that anybody can tell me, nothing nobody can show me. I even did a show with a Lions, a guy from the Lions team. He is Mark Orm from Orm's Forum. And if you're a Lions fan, follow that dude. He's very good wealth of knowledge. So just like I said, no question, 49ers win. Better in all phases of the game. The only thing Detroit has is TJ Hockenson and DeAndre Swift. You know, the defense is suspect. They don't really have any receivers. They got the kid Almon St. Brown. But I don't really see anything that they have that can come against the 49ers and win. Young Eli out there says Cowboys air game looks pretty solid with the way that they played, especially with CeeDee Lamb. You are correct on that one. They're not playing out there. CeeDee Lamb balling. You know, the unfortunate thing for CeeDee Lamb, just to talk about that real quick, is they put a lot of pressure on him having him wear that 88. As we all know, 88 is Michael Irvin's number, and we all know that. We all understand that. Hey, good morning, Alfred. How you doing? But basically, you know, even Michael Irvin was the one who said, hey, I want you to wear it. I want you to do this. I want you to do that. So he has a lot of pressure on him to kind of live up to those expectations. But at the end of the day, it's not even a big deal. We're going to snooze some of these notifications coming in because they just keep coming in like crazy. You know, when you're a part of the 49ers faithful, you got so many people coming in. He's a repping tonight. My boy Eddie Glover out here. What's happening, Eddie? First time I saw you on the stream. Welcome. He says, repping the Niner Empire out here in Stonesboro, GA. I like it. Dang, man. I've been down to GA, man. Hey, tell you right now, I was in Decatur. I was in Atlanta. Even went to College Park for a little bit. It's definitely a beautiful place. He said, time to hunt them lions down. Don't forget, nations respect borders, empires, take them down. That's a real great thing right there. That's a dope. But bang, Niner gang all day, baby. I love that right there. That's real love right there, man. You know what I'm saying? Niners out in Long Beach, CA. That's what I'm talking about. LBC, not LBC frijoles. I like that, man. You know what I'm saying? I love when my Latin people get involved. It's beautiful. Moving on. Arizona versus Tennessee. This is actually a great game. Kyler D-Hop, possible resurgence of A.J. Green. Got a solid defense. Titans got a new look with Julio and A.J. Brown and Derrick Henry. Still anticipate him to be the featured part of that offense. You know, more balanced passing attack with the additions of Julio Jones. Great defense with Tennessee. So while I feel like this is going to be a good game, I got to take the Titans, man. I just don't think that, you know, the Cardinals have the firepower to go ahead and stop, you know, what the Titans are going to bring to them, man. It's definitely a hard task to be able to fill that. So next game up, we're doing Seattle versus Indianapolis. So you got the Colts versus the Hawks. Still got Russell, DK, and Tyler Lockett. And, you know, on defense, you still got Bobby Wagner. You got Jamal Adams. For the Colts, you got questionable wide receivers. Good run game. Wentz will play. Quentin Nelson will not. So basically, for me, you sending a hobbled Wentz out there with no receivers, no tight ends. You know, the best offensive lineman is missing. You know, and then you flip over to the other side of the ball. This is Russell Wilson. This is what he does. He just makes things work. You know, and I hate to say any time, you know, in my lifetime that the Seahawks are going to win. But just looking at the situation, I'm going to go ahead and take the Seahawks to go ahead and pull the dub off of this one, man. It is what it is. That's what it's going to be. You know, Seahawks win. I don't see the Colts defense being able to stop that DK and Tyler Lockett, you know. And then they got a tight end over there in Seattle. I can never remember. I think it's Will Disley or something like that. But I don't like him because he's annoying. But, hey, Dre Greenlaw shut that down a couple years ago. Just saying. Next up, we got the Chargers versus the Washington football team. New season, healthy Chargers on offense and defense. Herbert and the crew look good. You still got Keenan Allen. You still got Williams. You got a lot of people out there doing their thing. Daddy Pens was having with you, 55_Niner for life. I appreciate you joining into the live real quick. But Basically, Washington has Fitzmagic, who will eventually turn into Fitztragic at some point. On offense, they have a stellar defense led by Chase Young. On offense, they got Terry McLaurin as the star for the Chargers. Did speak about that. You got Herbert, you got Eckler, you got Keenan Allen. On defense, you got Derwin James, you got a couple other people. Still got Joey Bosa over there. So for this one, I'm gonna have to go ahead and take the Chargers. I'm gonna roll with my dog Aaron. Um, if you out there, AC, it's happening with you, baby. I'm gonna go ahead and take the Chargers for this one, man. I think that Justin Herbert explodes, has at least 300 yards and 3 TDs, and they go ahead and make the Washington football defense look pedestrian. Next up, we got the Jets versus Carolina. Now, this game in and of itself, I don't know. It's these two teams are unfortunately kind of mediocre. Nothing to really write home about when it comes to them. You got Sam Darnold revenge game coming out party for the number 2 pick Zach Wilson. Comeback party for CMC, aka Christian McCaffrey. The Jets have a stellar offense. Um, the Jets don't have a stellar offense or defense, and the Panthers are nothing to fall out over either. Carolina wins, more experienced team. Also, they got run CMC. That's the only reason why I picked that. I just figured that, Darnold has a few more weapons than they do with the Jets. And it's the Jets organization. It's kind of hard to be able to keep that going. You know what I mean? The Jets don't necessarily have the best of everything. And they are coming into a new thing. You will see a good look from that defense, but basically you'll just see the 49ers defense from 2 years ago over there with the Jets. Front four gives all the pressure. Back end does what they're supposed to do. So next up, we got an even worse game. Jacksonville versus Houston. Now, Houston is not starting Deshaun Watson. They are going to go ahead and roll forward with Tyrod Taylor. Sorry about that, guys. Tyrod Taylor. So Tyrod Taylor is the man. He's going to be the one doing all the work for the Houston Texans. We figured that much. They did draft Davis Mills, but Davis Mills wasn't beating out Tyrod Taylor. He's experienced, doesn't turn the ball over, and he's pretty much your safer bet. The Houston Texans do not want to go ahead and play Deshaun Watson with all of the allegations, going on around him, because they know that the media will turn that into a circus. After the game, it's like, hey, I just went out there and threw 300 yards and 4 touchdowns. So Deshaun, what's going on with the case? And it's like, well, I'm here to talk about football. We ain't got time to be worried about all that. At the same time, nothing has happened. It's just an investigation right now. They haven't even said anything as far as what's going on, who's going to do what, when it's going to go down, all that stuff. So this game is obviously one of the worst on the schedule. Jacksonville, fresh start with Urban Meyer and Trevor Lawrence, a.k.a. Sunshine. And Houston has nothing at all. Watt is gone. Watson isn't playing. Offense and defense look like garbage. Jacksonville wins. Lawrence gets his first career W in the NFL. Next up, we got Cleveland versus Kansas City. Now, this game right here, this is the game to watch. Out of all the games today, I believe this is the game to watch, strictly based on the fact that they are going to go insane. Like Cleveland versus Kansas City going to be a hard-fought game. You got Kareem Hunt. You got Nick Chubb. You flip to the other side of the ball. You got Clyde Edwards-Helaire. You got Travis Kelce. You got Tyreek Hill. You got Patrick Mahomes. You flip to Kansas City's defense. They're not bad either. You flip over to the Browns defense. Myles Garrett ain't playing no games. So this game right here, man, it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful game. Like, if you want to see some back and forth, you want to see some smash mouth football, you want to see them go hard, it's definitely going down. You know what I'm saying? Cleveland and Kansas City is going to be a crazy game. One of the more intriguing games on the schedule. This will be a hard-fought game. Both have great offenses and defenses. A healthy OBJ is back. And a great run game with Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. KC has new tackles left and right and are looking to establish their run game as a weapon this year. Mahomes, Hill, and Kelce still in the squad. This is a very powerful offense. This one's hard to choose, but I'm going to go with the short thing, and I'm just going to go ahead and take the Kansas City Chiefs. The number one thing you got to understand about Patrick Mahomes, if you are out there, keep your foot on his throat when they are down. At the end of the day, Patrick Mahomes is the comeback king. Every time he's in a playoff game, what is he doing? He's behind. And for some ungodly reason, people decide to take their foot off the gas because they figure they up and everything is cool. No. with Patrick Mahomes, you must keep your foot on the gas. You need to, when they say roll it till the wheels fall off, you need to roll it till the wheels fall off, the car break down, literally the doors falling off the car, the paint the chipped and rusted. You know what I'm saying? I mean, until you literally are sitting on the chest. That's how hard you need to go when you play Patrick Mahomes. You can't give him no space, no room for nothing, because he will come back and he will eat you alive. That's just how it works. He extends plays with his legs. He can move around in the pocket, and the guy has the craziest off-platform throws. Now I understand y'all probably out here like, man, this guy loves Patrick Mahomes. It's not about me loving him. It's about me recognizing his greatness. I am a diehard Chicago Bulls fan. I have been since Jordan was around, and I'm still a Bulls fan. And I love what we got this year. But at the end of the day, even though I'm from Los Angeles, I have to respect Kobe Bryant's greatness. I never cared for the Lakers like that. But Kobe was an amazing person as a human being, and he was an even greater basketball player. He's flat out ridiculous. So I recognize greatness at any point in time, all the time, at any time. Next game on the slate. This is a in-division battle as far as Miami versus New England. Great game. Miami starts fresh with Tua. New England starts fresh with Mac Jones. Belichick faces his protege. Both teams have great defenses. The question in this game is the offense. How will Miami show up with Tua being a full-time starter? How will New England show up? You know what I'm saying? With new receivers, new run game. They do have a couple of good tight ends. Taking Miami, I'm taking Miami. And Flores wins. Student Padawan is now a full-on Jedi. The thing is with this game, I just see Miami's defense being better. They do have Devontae Parker on their offense. And, I hope that Tua comes out and he can ball out, man. But I do feel that Miami's defense is better. I did hear I was reading an article the other day. There's a reliable source that was within the organization saying that Mac Jones was teaching Cam Newton the playbook. Now that's sad. You a vet, MVP of the league, been to a Super Bowl, but that offense you can't pick up, and Mac is picking it up like that, just quick. So that tells me straight up that what happened with that was Mac Jones obviously was the better talent. Plus, he fits the system. It's just exactly what it is. When people said that we were going up to 3 to go get Mac Jones, I figured, why would we go to get another Jimmy G? We don't need to go up. We can just stay where we're at. If we want to do that, draft that kid, kick Jimmy G out the building, keep moving. And that's basically what it is. They have a Jimmy Garoppolo type prototype, and that's what Mac Jones is. He fits the system. They have those two tight ends. I believe you see literally the same system that Brady was running, and you see Belichick try to take it on and continue to keep going. The next head coach will be their offensive coordinator. His name escapes me right now, but that's exactly what it is. Josh McDaniels. McDaniels will be the head coach once Bill Belichick decides to retire, but his mind and his head is still flowing effortlessly. He hasn't lost a step. So it's going to be a while before McDaniels sees the head coaching job there, but he'll get it eventually. Yes, 2 hours till kickoff, baby. But he said Lions didn't suck enough to chase you out. Roy, boy, you out there tripping, man. You crazy. But to go back to the Houston game, one thing that I will say here is I did read another article. They want a haul for Deshaun Watson. They want at least 6 players and a pick. So whether you're giving them 6 picks and, whether you're getting four picks and 2 players, like they want a serious haul for Deshaun Watson. Here's the issue. You're not going to get something like that. And if Nick Caserio really feels like that Deshaun Watson is worth that kind of draft capital and or actual individual players, because basically he's saying, I want you to help me create my team by giving you my franchise quarterback. What's stupid about that is that you don't want to, you're asking too much. It's just like us with Jimmy G. They're expecting to get a first or second round pick for him. The man can't stay healthy, and he seems to not know the linebackers exist on the field. So you're not going to get a first or second round pick for Jimmy. You might get a third if you're lucky. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't take less than a fourth for the guy, but it is what it is. So with that being said, the Houston Texans are looking for a ridiculous haul when it comes down to it. That's just flat out insane. You cannot ask for that kind of draft capital and players, for one dude. I understand Deshaun Watson is a transcendent talent, but I'm not giving you 6 people for him. I might give you a draft pick. I might pull a Rams, give you 2 first rounders and maybe one of my star players, but I'm not giving up anything near 6. No, that's just flat out ridiculous. 'Cause basically, I'm killing myself to be able to bring one person in, and that's not gonna make him happy because then all the talent's gone. So it just doesn't add up. Sliding on down to the next game, we have Green Bay versus New Orleans. So basically, Rodgers is back with the crew. Adams and Jones and Tunyon. Defense is okay. Still can't stop the run. A-Rod forced the pack to give in to his demands. New Orleans still has a great defense. The offense is now in the hands of Winston after paying Taysom Hill a nice amount of money. Hopefully, Michael Thomas plays at some point this year and is productive. We all know Alvin Kamara will ball out this year. Going with the pack on this one, we all know Winston can throw TDs, but he can also throw INTs. And that's basically what it is, man. That's the catalyst for this game. You love Jameis Winston. You love his potential. You know that he's a more pure quarterback rather than Taysom Hill. But that's basically what it is. Mr. Edmondson 30 sent a request. Okay, give me a second. Let me slide you in the video real quick. All right, let me bring you on in, baby. It should allow you to come in. I went ahead and hit it. Hold on 1 second. I think I hit this.
What's good, Dion?
What's happening? Hold on, man. Hey, what's happening? Super Dave. Hey, man, this is a big honor, baby. Super Dave in the building. He live in Ford Field right now, baby.
He just opened the gates, man.
He live in Ford Field right now, baby. This is awesome. Super Dave, I love the show, man. Love the Real Talkers. Nothing but love to you, baby. I am so happy. I'm so glad that you are jumping on this live, man. I'm just doing some predictions. You already know we gonna kick the Lions' teeth in, man. We ain't got nothing to worry about with that. Yeah, man, that's great, man.
Here. They waited 2 hours till game time to open here. You can see a lot of 49er fans as well as Lion fans in attendance here.
Yes, sir. You know how we are. We take over places.
It's already a block long trying to get in here.
Okay. Hey, man, don't matter. We finna go in there and take them out. We gonna take them out real easy, baby.
Oh, man. Once I get inside.
All right. Hey, man, I appreciate you jumping on, Super Dave, man. That's the Real Talk 90 Talk. If y'all don't know who they are, you better know who they are. Go ahead and get on and jump on them, man, on YouTube. It's definitely a beautiful thing. I love when people go ahead and jump into the show like that. That's my man, Super Dave from the Real Talkers. Shout out to them. Shout out my big homie, Silverado Kev. Denise, hey, good morning. Super Dave out there at the Lions game. So we're going to go ahead and slide. Denver versus the New York Giants. This is another boring game. I mean, you can't really expect much. So I got Denver. Denver has Teddy Bridgewater starting. You got Cortland Sutton and Jerry Jeudy. Run game is pretty solid with Melvin Gordon. Defense is back in full effect. They also have a great kid that we gave up who was wearing this number 53. This is a NaVorro Bowman jersey. But preseason, we had a kid named Jonas Griffith. He was a UDFA from last year. We did go ahead and trade him over to the Broncos. And I can tell you this, if they get that kid time on the field, he's going to shine because he looked damn good in preseason. It's pretty sad that we went ahead and let him go. But, hey, blessings to the kid. I hope he does fantastic over there. He's got some great mentors with Bradley Chubb and Von Miller. Then when you look at it, the Giants have Daniel Jones, a healthy Saquon Barkley. You got Sterling Shepard. They got the young little kid, Caden Smith. They got from us for tight end. Defense is coming along, not all the way there yet. I got to go with Denver. This may or may not be an upset, but I'm going to take the Denver Broncos in this one. Chicago versus the LA Rams. Chicago goes on with Dalton when everyone thinks they should have gone on the fields. But from the looks of preseason, he's not ready and still has to work on reading defense. The Bears defense back is still good. The Rams start fresh with Matthew Stafford and the same crew that Goff had. Defense is still the same. AD is always a game record. Taking the Rams in this one. Dalton is garbage, and the Bears offense will go nowhere with him under center. I mean every word that I have said. I have a really good friend of mine. I look at him like a brother, my boy Josh, and I definitely understand that he is out there, and he knows Andy Dalton ain't taking him nowhere. It's not working. Andy Dalton didn't take the Bengals nowhere. He didn't take the Cowboys nowhere, and he damn sure ain't taking the Bears anywhere. Andy Dalton is there. He's getting paid. It is what it is. Let's move on with life. So next game up is the last game that I have here. It is the Baltimore Ravens versus the Las Vegas Raiders. First Monday night game of the season. Lamar versus Derek. Andrews versus Waller. J.K. Dobbins out for the year for the Ravens. Ingram has been released, so the run game is Lamar Jackson and Edwards, which is the main factor for the Ravens offense. They lost first-round pick Rashad Bateman to a groin injury, but he is working his way back. He should be back after a few weeks. The Raiders are fully healthy, ready to go. Jacobs, Carr, Waller, Ruggs are all ready for the next chapter of their journey. Raiders defense is suspect, could be their Achilles heel. Taking the Ravens in this one, Lamar runs wild. Raiders defense falls apart. I just basically feel like Lamar is going to do what he's going to do, man. If you can't stop Lamar running, you just can't stop the Ravens. The man led the team in passing and rushing. He was their leading rusher. He had over several thousand yards passing and over 1,000 yards rushing. It's flat out ridiculous. Lamar Jackson is a full-on anomaly and an enigma, and I know that people say that he will not be able to continue that for the rest of his career, but let me tell you something. Lamar Jackson going to keep doing it until he can't do it no more. And if it keeps on working, why shy away from it? I think it works out well for both of them. What do you say? I'm always a Pat Willis guy. Patrick Willis, probably to me, from looking and watching 49er football, Patrick Willis was probably the greatest 49er linebacker that we had for a consistent stretch. I think we had him for 8 years, if I'm not mistaken, and Patrick Willis was a monster on the field. The only difference is I don't believe that Willis would be able to play in today's NFL because Willis was a brawler and a mauler out there on the field. Like, Willis would take you down. I remember him catching the dude in the air and taking his right hand and just shoving him down, literally to the ground. Like, that's a penalty. He probably would have got kicked out of the game. Like, there's a lot of things that Patrick Willis does and a lot of ways that he played the game, along with Dante Whitner, a.k.a. Dante Hittner, Deshaun Goldson, and Ahmad Brooks, and the Cowboy, and all of it. Like, those defenses, man, you won't see those again. But this was just my pick show, man. I'm going to keep up with my picks. I'm going to make sure I see, what my record is at the end of the week. But thank y'all so much for tuning in. I'm going to go and get ready. This will not be the jersey that I'm wearing today. I got to go to the bar and watch the game because I live in Arizona. And, of course, we're going to have the Titans and the dang Cardinals on, which no one cares about because I don't care about the Cardinals. At the end of the day, I will keep up with these games. I will let you know what my record is continually week from week. This will be a new little segment that I do want to show every Sunday. I'll try to do it probably every Wednesday just to make sure that I don't wind up figuring out the winner or loser of the game. Because, like I said, I was going to pick the Bucs to win that game anyway. I just didn't see it being as entertaining of a game as it was. So thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all stay blessed. Y'all stay faithful. Thank you so much, Matt, Roy Boy, Eddie, all of the people that tuned in. Super Dave for jumping in with me. He's at the Lions game, baby. I'm a little envious because I would love to be there. So happy to see him out there having a great time. Shout out to the Real Talkers. Shout out to Nothing But Niners. Shout out to Nitty Gritty Niners. My man Breezy, he just did Sizzling Sundays with my big dog Mose Knowles. Go ahead and subscribe to him. Man, Mose be out there really. Me and Mose gonna have to link up, man. Because I like me some barbecue, man. And Mose was out there chefing. Hey, y'all, stay blessed, stay faithful, man. Have a good day. Watch the game. Enjoy.